Samsung managed to become the world's largest smartphone brand thanks to a variety of smartphones that they launch every year. But their major flagship series is the S lineup, which has always been the Android competitor to iPhones ever since the first Galaxy phone was launched in 2010. With the Galaxy S20 being their latest phone, let's see how these S series phones has evolved over the years. The original Galaxy was an instant success but when the company sold over 25 million of the handsets. The phone had an 512 MB RAM along with 4 GB storage, Android 2.0 eclair out of the box and a 1500 mAh battery. The Galaxy S2 was quite a success that sold over 40 million handsets. It had a 4.3-inch AMOLED display along with a super camera of 8 megapixels that was considered huge at that time. By this time it was clear that the S series were the Android flagship series. The S series S3 was more rounder and a bit more thicker, but it had a 4.3-inch Super AMOLED display along with a 2000 mAh battery. It had a stunning performance and was one of the best looking phones of that time. The Galaxy S4 resembled the Galaxy S3 but it had minimal bezels, a 5-inch Full HD Plus panel and a 13 megapixel camera. It sold over 80 million units which made it the most selling phone of the era. The Galaxy S5 also saw very little change in design, so it was very easy to confuse it with any past S series phone. Also, the textured back was not liked by many people, so the sales had decreased. It was the first Galaxy S phone to have a fingerprint scanner in it, and it sold 40% less. The S6 series were the first phone where Samsung sold two different handsets at the same time. Also, it was the first phone to have curved display both at the front as well as the back. It had glass back and metal frames, which made it feel more premium. It had wireless charging as well as an IP rating, which was first time in an phone. It took an controversial decisions too, such as removal of micro SD card, no removable batteries, etc. With the Galaxy S7 and the S7 Edge, Samsung brought back the micro SD card and expandable storage. Even though it did not see much change in the design, it had a pretty huge display with a 5.5-inch Quad HD Plus AMOLED panel. The S8 and S8 Plus were the phones to see a major design change. They had bezel-less display and first time the fingerprint scanner was shifted at the back of the phone. Also for the first time a phone's display went over 6 inches. The Galaxy S9 and S9 Plus did not see much design change, but the Galaxy S9 Plus had dual camera along with dual aperture. It sold 45 million units, that was less compared to last year phones. With the S10, Samsung launched 4 devices straight out of the box. These devices saw substantial change in both design as well as features. They had a rather full display with a punch hole and the world's first phone to implement an ultrasonic in-display fingerprint scanner. The Galaxy S20 is the latest smartphone series. They jumped from 10 to 20 to better match the new decade. These are the phones to see a major camera improvement in 4 years, such as 108 megapixel camera, 8K recording along with 100 times space zoom, a 120Hz Super AMOLED display There are three phones and they will continue the legacy of Samsung being one of the best Android smartphone sellers. Thank you for watching. This is Tanay signing out.